as a creative leader, you got to be very clear about the signals you're sending out. There's this activity we call squinting, which is how do you react when somebody comes into your office with the not yet perfect idea? Because most of these new ideas, not yet perfect, right?
Yeah.
So you come in to your boss's office and you say, oh, boss, I got this great idea. First of all, don't do that. We'll talk about that later. But if you are excited about your idea and you take it into your boss's office or really even your colleague's office and they tell you the 7 things wrong with it, it's like, oh, okay, I get it. You have to have the perfect idea. Some bosses have said, oh, I only want to see ideas if they're patentable. It's like, oh my God, nothing's patentable in the first minute, right? And so the thing we try to counsel people to do is we call it squinting. It's not the best name and it doesn't translate well into other languages, but which is, if you squint, if you close your eyes halfway, what happens is you no longer see the surface details of something. You just see the shape of the idea. And by the way, sometimes it is a physical prototype, and so I literally mean the shape, but usually it's not. Usually it's a new change of process or a new service we could offer or something like that, right? If you squint, ignore the surface details, and then you as a leader, you probably have more experience than the person presenting the idea to you. Ask yourself, is there a kernel of an idea here? And then only if it merits it, only if you do see the kernel idea, say, aha, I think you might have something. Why don't you spend another day? Why don't you spend another week? Take it in this slightly different direction, right? Because if you toss them out of your office because, it's not yet perfect, it's like, what do you mean you haven't talked to marketing about this? Don't show me ideas here. They read the rules of the organization. It's like, oh, for that boss over there, only show them things that they've been completely thought through after you've talked to everyone else on earth. But if this boss over here is the squinter, guess what happens? You're that squinting creative leader, all the ideas come to you. And so what happens is you see more ideas. You see ideas earlier because it's really important. You want to see the ideas early before people get too attached to them, right? Because sometimes people get too attached, already they can't listen to feedback.
Yeah.
So I think this idea of squinting or looking for the core value and ignoring the typos, ignoring the small defects, is a really good skill for creative leaders.